Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. See, we were discussing about mathematics. So I have already mentioned you in that demo session that we have divided mathematics in two portions. First one is your advanced part and second one is your arithmetic. I don't think so you have any doubt regarding the topics that how many topics are the portion of advanced and how many topics are the portion of arithmetic. Correct? So we are going to start from arithmetic so that you can make your base. Then after we will start one by one proper chapters, and after then we will jump on this advanced section. Correct? So when I'm talking about this arithmetic section, I'm going to start very basic chapter, very basic, ratio and proportion. How many of you heard about this chapter, ratio and proportion? So I'm going to start your base chapter. This is very basic of maths, correct? So firstly, I'll define you what is exactly ratio and proportion. Then only we'll discuss about the patterns, how to approach the questions, and after then we will start all the corrections. Correct? So, ma'am, screen is not.
Screen is not visible.
Wait. Don't know what is happening today. Just a minute. Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Voice and screen now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good. See, so I was talking about this basic chapter, which is ratio and proportion. Why I'm picking this chapter? First, this question is going to arise in your mind. So let me explain you why I'm going to start from this chapter only. This is the basic chapter of mathematics, correct? When you know about how to apply ratio and proportion, so you can easily going to solve mixture allegation. You will be able to solve time and work. You will be able to solve profit loss, and you will be able to solve CISI, correct? So a single chapter will gonna build your all the concepts of the remaining chapter, correct? So let's discuss some basic property of ratio and proportion. Then only we will start the types and all other properties, ratio and proportion. The term only defining their property, ratio and proportion. Let me tell you the definition. See, so when I'm going to talk about this chapter, this particular chapter will gonna hold so many other chapters. So you need to understand the exact criteria of ratio proportion so that you will be able to solve all other remaining chapters. So when we are going to talk about ratio, what exactly ratio means? The comparative relation between two amounts, quantities of same type is called ratio. What it is? Let me explain. And proportion, a proportion is a equality of two ratio. So basically ratio and proportion is telling to you that whenever you are going to compare two things, like let me compare A and B, 4 and 5 kilometer per hour, and this one is your 4 meter per second. 1 minute. If you have a question, let assume we have a question that what is the ratio of speed of train A is equal to 5 kilometer per hour and speed of train B which is 10 meter per second. Just give me a simple analysis or simple idea. Can we able to solve this question? Is it correct? The data is correct? Tell me. Is it correct? We have to find out the ratio.
Different.
What?
And if you convert one unit for the same unit,
We need to convert the unit. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. That's what I want to ask. That first speed 1 or speed 2. First speed 5 kilometer per hour and second one is 10 meter per second. You have to focus on one thing, that we have two different units here. This one is kilometer per hour and this one is meter per second. Both the unit is very different. Issue is all about comparison. But one more thing, that you have to compare, or you need to compare two units in same proportion. Two units in same proportion, correct? So let's move on that example which we were discussing, that 5 kilometer per hour and this one is I think 10 meter per second. So now what I have to do first? So I have to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second, or it's my wish that I have to convert this meter per second into kilo per hour, correct? It's totally up to you. Like whatever the question will be requiring, you need to convert that unit only. So will you convert into meter per hour? How will you convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second? And how will you convert the meter per second into kilometer per hour? I just need to know. How will we convert this unit?
Multiply by 1000 and
Multiply by 1000.
Ma'am.
I will gonna solve this problem. Today I am facing some network issue. Maybe this is the cause that my voice is buffering and all. Are you guys able to continue the class?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear now.
Sorry for your inconvenience. I will gonna work on it tomorrow. Hopefully you will not gonna face this problem. Okay, what we were discussing one more time. Let me remind you one thing. I was talking about this unit now, that how to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second and how to convert this meter per second into kilometer per hour. Correct. So I have told you that we have a short trick that how to convert this into this and how to convert this into this. You have to simply multiply by 5 by 18 when you are converting a higher unit into. You have to multiply by this unit when you are converting a higher unit into a lower scale. So you have to multiply by 5 by 18. And when you are converting this lower unit into a higher unit, you have to just multiply by its reciprocal, which means you have to multiply by 18 by 5. I will gonna tell you definitely that how this proper ratio or how this proper like trick you have to apply. When we are going to discuss speed time distance chapter, I will gonna answer you that how this 18 by 5 is there. Right now, let's move to our topic that we were discussing about. You got it now? That whenever you have to compare two different unit, whenever you have to take the ratio of two different unit, it's very mandatory that the ratio will be in the same figure, which means the ratio will be in the same amount, same quantity. Then only you will apply the ratio. Either you have to first simplify that proper amount in same unit, same version, then only you have to solve the question. Correct? See, the definition is totally implying the statement that comparative relation between two amount quantities of same type, right? If you don't have same type, firstly you have to convert it into a proper type, then only you can cancel out and like sort of process. Correct? Now move to a very simple question. See, these are some properties that definitely you need to know. First, it does not change the ratio when we multiply or divide antecedent and consequent of the ratio by a same non-zero number as. What this statement is telling you that, let's take an example. You have two ratio A and B in 5:10. First, you have to simplify this ratio. We will cross it by 5 only. So 1:2. This is the correct ratio. Divide by 5. Correct. So this rule is telling you that if you will multiply this 2 in this 1 and if you will multiply this 2 in this 2, it will come in the ratio only. Correct. How? See, if we are cutting this 2 unit by a same number, that 1 or 2 means if you are dividing by 2, what it comes to 1 and 2. So the result will be same. No matter you are multiplying by what digit, the result will be same in the ratio. Correct? Same quantity of number to be added and subtracted in a ratio, which means if whatever you are processing in LHS means left hand side, you have to again you have to compare it by your RHS, which means you whatever you are processing in your LHS left hand side substance, you have to do the same application to the RHS. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So move to the very basic concept of ratio that we have. Let me tell you by my personal experience, this chapter is such a fun. Means you will never gonna find such chapter. This is so like what we say, this is very common chapter first of all and very marks gaining chapter. See, we have one ratio. Let me explain you how to solve. Basically, how will you approach the question? So let me tell you one very basic property. We have ratio in the form of AB and BC. We have three methods to solve this proper equation. 7, 9, 18, 19. 7, 9 in the ratio and then 18, 9. Correct. Question is asking what is the ratio of A, ratio B, ratio C. Now, how will you solve the question? So we have two methods basically. Whatever method you will love, you can solve by that proper method only. See, A and B and C. 7, 9 and 18, 19. See, let me explain you first method. First method is that as it is, you have to write this in the same proportion 7, 9 and then 18, 19. Now what you have to do is finally you will get ABC ka ratio. So First, you have to multiply this 18 into 7. Then for B, you have to multiply this cross. And then for C, you have to multiply by straight only. What exactly I'm saying? That for A, you have to multiply straight. For B, you have to multiply cross. And for C, you have to multiply straight again. Which means if you're going to find out this ratio of A, so you have to multiply 7 into this 18. For B, you have to multiply 18 into 9. For C, you have to multiply 19 into 9 straight. This will be your correct ratio. This is your first method. Maybe it will complicates you, but trust me, this is very basic method. If you are going to solve 3-4 question on that particular method, this will set in your mind and you can able to solve any of the question, no matter what is the data. So again, I am telling you, let me project the direction. See what exactly I'm saying. You have to approach the same method in all the question of ratio. If you have to find out ratio of A, you have to multiply straight. If you have to find out the ratio of B, you have to multiply cross. And if you have to multiply find out the ratio of C, you have to multiply again straight for the last digit, which means let assume you have values AB and BC in the ratio 5:10 and then 6:5. Now how will you identify the ratio, whole ratio of ABC? So again you have to do the similar process. You have to multiply by this only straight multiply 6 into 5, which means 6 into 5 is ratio of A. Then you have to multiply this cross 10 into 6. This is the ratio of B. You have to multiply again this is straight 10 into 5 ratio of 6. C. Okay, what you get? So 6 5s are 30, 10 6 are 60, and this 10 into 5 is equal to 50.
Ma'am.
This is your first method. Yeah.
Ma'am, if in the same way, if we have to find A is to B is to C is to D.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the similar process again.
Okay.
See, let me explain you again. Means you are questioning that if we have the ratio AB ratio, BC ratio, CD. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Firstly, let me tell you, this ratio will gonna extend only up to D. There is no DE. Very rare case. In very rare case, examiner don't want that you need to solve the question in a great quantity. So it will only extend from this A to the D. So what you have to do if we have three ratios, C, AB, BC and CD. Let's take any ratio 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. This is your question, I think, right? Now you are asking, ma'am, we have A, B, C, D. You have tell us the approach of ABC only. I have a question regarding D also. So let me explain you how to solve this question. We have three ratios. Again, we have to multiply this straight first for finding the ratio of A, which means what is the ratio of A? 2 into 4 into 6, correct? Second, how will you identify B? So this cross multiplication means you have to pick the first this digit and then you have to multiply like this. So what will be the ratio of B? 3 into 4 into 6. What will be the ratio of C? For C, you have to pick this digit and again this cross multiplication, which means a B multiplication will be in this format only, right? In this format. If let me tell you in a short form again. Wait. For A and for D, we have a very simplest form that we have to multiply straight A and D. If we have ratio of AB and BC, then and we have to find out ABC, then for C we have to multiply straight, which means whatever we have unit in the last format, we have to multiply straight for the last and for the first. Correct. For bottom, which means for B and C, we have to multiply like this. You have to pick the first digit and then this two digits. Then you have to pick this two digit and then this first digit. Let me give you some examples so that you will be able to solve the question. AB. And I will definitely tell you second method also. First, I want that you will learn this method. This will gonna help you too much. 3, 2 and let's take 4, 5. See. Please focus so that you will be able to understand that how I am approaching the question. See, I have to find out the ratio for A. I know that I have to multiply straight for first ratio and for the last ratio. So it is very simple for me that I have to multiply this 4, this 3 and this 1. 4 into 3 into 1. This is the ratio of A. For B, I know that I have to pick the first digit and then I have to do like this. So 2 into 3 into 4. This is for B. And for C, I know that I have to pick this 2 and this Like you have to work like this, 2 into 2 into 4, 2 into 2 into 4. And it is very easy that for D, which means for your last element, you have to multiply again straight, means 5 into 2 into 2, 5 into 2 into 2. What final ratio we got? 4 into 3, 12, 4 into 2, 8, 8 3s are 24, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 60, 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20. This exactly our final ratio, 12, 24, 18, 20. Now let me explain you the second method. Maybe you learn second method comparatively as fast as A. See, we have second method also for A and B, and for BC. We have ratio 4, 5 and then 6, 2. Correct? You have to just note down like this, A, ratio B, ratio C. Correct? No matter how many elements you have, you can also approach this method also. What you have to do is this 4, 5, just written the digit according to the question. Whatever data is giving in the question, you have to just copy paste the data in that process, which means you have to note down this 4 here. For B, we have given 5. Now there is no C in first ratio, so skip C. Then for BC, what we have to do? For B, we have value 6, which means you have to note down the 6. For C, we have value 2. You have to note down the C here. Now what you have to do is, you have to fill these blanks. Whatever you have a vacant space, you have to note down the similar digit which is adjacent to the digit, which means you have to note down the adjacent digit. You have to note down this 5 here only, 5, and this vacant space adjacent is 6. So you have to note down this 6. Now solve. 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 13, 5 2s are 10. This is the final ratio. See, means what we have done for step 1, we just note down all the digits according to the element. Data, whatever the data given in the question. For step 2, we have to locate similar digit adjacent to the vacant place. Adjacent for the vacant place. See, I am again repeating all these two methods so that ratio, you will be able to solve all the questions regarding the ratio, because we have this two methods only. This two method will gonna help you. You have to pick a single method, whatever you are flexible with. If you love first method, you will be able to solve all the question by taking the help of method 1. And if you love second method, you can solve all the question by taking the method 2. Again, I am repeating method 1 and method 2. Maybe it will gonna problem for today because it is very new to you. But when you are going to solve 3-4 question on that particular method, you will know that this method is so basic. There is no as such hard and fast rule we are going to applying in this method. So you will be able to solve very easily. See, again I am explaining you these two methods with a basic example first, then I will take C, D and also A and B and B and C. We have ratio 3, 4 and then we have ratio 5, 6. Now for method 1, what I have to do? For method 1, I have already mentioned that you have to multiply straight for the first digit, straight for the last digit and cross for the mid digits. Straight for the first digit, which means 5 into 3, 15. Straight for the last digit, which means C. For C, we have to multiply 6 into 4. For B, we have to multiply this cross, which means 5 into 4. What we have the final ratio? 15, ratio 20, ratio 24. This is our final ratio. Now, let's take this same ratio in this example, method 2. A, B, B, C. We have 3, 4 and we have 5, 6. C. You have to just note down like this, A, B, C. Now what you have to note down? You have to just copy paste the digit here only. For A, we have 3, 3. For B, we have 4, 4. Row number 1, row number 2. For B, we have 5. For B, we have 5. And for C, we have 6. For C, we have 6. You have to just place adjacent digit in this vacant spot. So what is the adjacent to this vacant spot? 4. So just copy paste 4 here. And what is vacant? 5. Now solve. 5 3s are 15, 4 5s are 20, 6 4s are 24. Again, we get the same ratio here. I am giving you a question here, 7 6 and 4 5. Please tell me the ratio of A, B, C. Correct. Do this question. I am trying to resolve your problem.
Ma'am, we could not understand the third method.
Just do not use the third method. First, you need to apply method number 1 or 2. Then I'll repeat method number 3. Just try to solve this question by using method 1 or method 2, whatever is like appropriate for you. Try to solve this question by method number 1 or 2. I will again repeat method number 3. Don't worry.
14 is to 12 is to 15.
What exactly? 14?
14 is to 12 is to 15.
Is to 15. Please let me know, guys, this is the correct ratio?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? Great. Let me solve. 7 4s are 28, 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 30. Simplify, divide by 2, 2 4, 14, 12 and 15. Is it okay? Is it necessary to simplify to the lowest term? No, it is not necessary. It's totally up to the question that what actual question is demanding. It is not necessary. If you have option like this, where we have question, if you have option in this format 28, 24, 30, so why you need to simplify this ratio in the smallest unit? This is the correct answer. But if option is set in the form of 14, 12 and 15, then you need to simplify this proper segment so that you will reach on that spot. Now let me tell you method number 3 again. Have you got method number 1 and 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me tell you method 3. See, this is very straight method, and if you are getting this method properly, then ratio and proportion will be like a very normal game for you. See, here you just need to do one thing, A, B and B. Like we have example 5, 6 and then we have example 3, 2. What you need to do is, you have to just equal the ratio of a common element. If you are focusing on this ratio, then you got this B is very common. In this both the equation, we have a common element B, correct? So we need to equal the ratio of B. Firstly, you have to identify the common element and then you need to equal the ratio. So we have identified that B is the common element, but ratio is different now. For B in row 1, B is 6, but for B here, we have B is 3. So we need to equal this B first. So by which digit I will multiply so that we will reach to this 6?
2.
By which? 2, definitely. So this 2, which means now you get the direct ratios. A, B, C. 5, just note down the same ratio here. And this 2 is multiplying in this whole segment, correct? So this B becomes 6 and then C becomes 4, correct? 5, 6, 4. Now if you want to solve by method number 1 for cross check that this answer is correct or not, let's take the example 5 3s are 15, 6 18, 6 3s are 18, 6 2s are 12. Divide by 3, 3 5s are 15, 3 6s are 18, 3 4s are 12, 5 6 4. Same. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's totally up to you that which method is suitable for you. Now let's move to the question. See, we have a question. If the ratio of PQ is 2, 3, QR is 3, 4, then what is the ratio of P plus Q ratio Q plus R? Please let me know the answer.
5 is to 7, ma'am.
Ma'am.
5 is to 7. Very good. What's your name?
Ma'am, Samir.
Samir. Very good. Anybody else? Samir is saying that the ratio will be in 5 ratio 7.
Yes, ma'am, it's correct.
Is it correct? Very good. Now you got the method. But again, I'm telling you this PQ wala ratio in all 3 methods once again, so that this will be our final refreshment for all the 3 methods. Method number 1, method number 2 and method number 2. What we have ratios? Please repeat the ratios. What is the ratio? What is the digit of AB and BC?
Ma'am, 2 is to 3,
2 is to 3.
3 is to 4.
3 is to 4. Correct. 2 is to 3. One more thing. In this particular question, if you have this segment, which means if you have a common element B, 3 and 3, it means you don't need to solve the ratio. You just need to write down the same digits here. For ABC, you need to write down 2 ratio this 3 ratio this 4. You just don't need to solve the question. If you have a common element with a common digit, it means ratio is already solved. This is something different, which means what I exactly want to tell you that if you have a common element and this common element is implying the same digit in both the equation, it means you have a solved ratio. There is no need to solving the ratio again. See, we have a ratio 2, 3, 4. But let me tell you all 3 methods again. For method number 1, what we are approaching is straight multiply, first for last, and then cross multiply. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 12. Now you need to simplify this by divide by 3. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12. I have already mentioned this ratio 2 3 4. Why? Because I have noticed that B is a common element and the ratio of B is same in both the units. So there is no need to solve the ratio. Ratio is already in the solving format. By method number 2, how will we approach ABC? You have to note down like this. Now you just need to copy paste the digit 2, 3 and for BC 3, 4. Then 3, 4. Second place pe, you need to just copy paste the adjacent digit, which means 3 and here also 3. So 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 12. Correct. 6, 9, 2. Simplify. 2, 3, 4. For method number 3, AB ratio BC is equal to 2, 3 and 3, 4. For method 3, we have to just check the common element and then we need to just equal the ratio. But here ratio is already equal, so we need to just note down the digit as it is. 2, 3, 4 is the correct answer. Correct. Let's move to this question. Question number 3. 3x, 5y, 4z. You have to find out x, y, z. Ratio of x, y, z. Simplify the question. Let me know the correct answer.
20 is to 12 is to 15.
20 is to 12 is to 15. Anyone else? What is the correct answer?
And 20 is to 12 is
Ma'am,
to
20 is to 12 is to 15.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please tell me how you have approached the question.
First, we just consider 3x equals to 5y and then find the value of x is to y. Similarly, we find the
Acha,
value.
which means you have done the question like this. X by y is equal to 5 by 3. This, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have done this 4z is equal to y by z is equal to 4 by 5. Then I think you have written down this like this 5, 3 and this 4, 5.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you have solved like this. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you a short trick for this particular type of question. You don't need to do like this for such a lengthy method. You just need to take the LCM. If you have a question in this variety that you have ratio in the equal format, then you have to just take the LCM first. If we are taking LCM 3, 5, 4, what we get? No common digit, which means 3 into 5 into 4. 5 4s are 20 and this 3, 60. You guys know na how to take LCM?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you aware of this na? Okay, great. See, so we get the LCM 60. Now just you need to just multiply. X is equal to 3. Just multiply by the LCM. Y is equal to 60 by 5 and Z is equal to 60 by 4. Just cross multiply. 20, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are 20. 20, 12, 5. This one is good or you have done by that lengthy method is good? Which one is good according to you? Is it easy or that one is easy?
Your method is easier.
So always you have to always use the LCM method for such type of question. Take an example. 6x is equal to 4y is equal to 9z. Please tell me the ratio of x, y, z by using the LCM method. Correct?
6 is to 8 is to 4.
12 is to 18 is to 8.
6 is to 18 is to?
12 is to 18 is to 8.
Okay, 12, 18, 8. 12, 18, 8. Is it correct, guys? Is it correct?
6 is to 8 is to 4. Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
6 is to 9 is to 4.
6 is to 8 is to
Yes.
4. Oh,
Mine
it
is
means you
6.
have just simplified the digit. No. But if you are simplifying, then here 18 is incorrect. 16 will be the correct, no?
Ma'am, mine is 6 is to 9 is to 4.
Yes, ma'am. 6 is to 9 is to 4.
Okay, let me check. Firstly, you need to take the LCM. For LCM, 6, 4 and 9. By the smallest digit, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 9 as it is. Again 2, 3, 1, 9 and then 3. 3 1s are 3, 1s are 3, 3 times. Then again 3. 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18, 18 2s are 36. LCM correct? 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
X is equal to 36 by 6, Y is equal to 36 by 4 and Z is equal to 36 by 9. Solve it. 6 6 are 36, 4 9s are 36, 9 4s are 36. The final ratio will be 694. Correct? Okay. Move to the last question we have. Where it is? Okay. See. We have a ratio ABC 2, 3, 4 and we have one equation 2A minus 3B plus 4C is equal to 33. You have to find out the value of 6. Solve it. What will be the correct answer?
Ma'am, 12.
12 will be the correct answer. Okay. Wait a minute. We have a ratio of ABC. How much? 2, 3, 4. And then we have equation 2A minus 3B plus 4C. 2A minus 3B plus 4C is equal to 33.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have to find out the value of C. Please let me know what is the correct answer. First, you have to approach the question. Then only I will gonna solve. Please tell me. Just a minute.
Ma'am,
1
12.
second, 1 second.
Ma'am, 12 answer.
Just 1 minute. Okay. How much you are saying about C?
Ma'am, 12.
12. Okay. C. ABC, we have a clear ratio. You have to just put the values in this equation. 2 into 2 minus 3 into 3 plus 4 into 4 into what it is 4 33. If you have to take this x, so it will be easy for you. So what will be 4x minus 9x plus 16x is equal to 33. What it is 20x minus 9x, which means 11x is equal to 33. X will be 3. You need to find out the value of C. What is C? C is 4x. C
Yes,
is equal
ma'am.
to 4x is equal to 4 into 3. 12 will be the correct answer. Or if you don't want to take this x, just put it in your mind that whenever we are going to compare ratio, we need to take this x. So if you don't want to note down this x here, you have to just draw the picture of x in your mind. Correct? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
explained, all the three methods, not expecting too much from you, but have you got the points? Because this is your first day and chapter is also new. So we don't need to expect too much from both the sides. So is it okay? Have you got the
Yes,
points?
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.